Hey, church family, Ron Branscombe here. I get the pleasure of bringing you the fourth chapter of the book of James, a letter written by James on this New Year's Eve day. Just pray that all our church family has a fun and joyous New Year's Eve and celebrating Christ, and then also looking forward to what beholds us in the year 2021. But real quick, on chapter 4 of the book of James, there's kind of two topics in this particular chapter. There's one in dealing with what I would say is battles or wars, three wars that are going on in the world, and this is the verses 1 through 12 that this covers. One of the wars that is going on in the world is at war with each other within the body of Christ, which is you just always hate to see and hear. That's always a challenge. There's also the war of battle with ourselves, with us battling the flesh, and then also at war with God. And we see that in our society today. And so those are true wars that are going on, and James is hitting on them. And he also gives us three ways to win those wars: submitting to God, drawing near to God, and humbling ourselves before God. And those three areas will help you get through the battle of those particular wars: of war with each other, war with ourselves, and then at war with God in our society. Then the second part of this particular chapter deals with planning ahead, or better yet, the will of God. And there's two wills of in verse 13 and 14 where James talks about ignoring God's will, and in verse 17, the very last verse of the chapter, in disobeying God's will. But the nugget is in verse 15. Is the key to it is obeying God's will. And as we're planning ahead, we're having constant conversations with our kiddos about what's the future look like. Whatever that future is, if it's within God's will, we're in great shape. And that's my prayer for each one of you, that you're within God's will. And I just pray that you have a great New Year's, and look forward to seeing you on Sunday, if it's God's will. God bless.